Just a quick one to say we do have new One Kier t-shirts available on our website. Go to britishstand.com or check the link in the description. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and to keep up to date with things. Now, again, I want to bring you a story that occurred over the weekend, a horrific one, a very, very sad one. And the reason for doing so, and whilst this channel is primarily, of course, about Britain, if there is huge, big circumstances that happen across the continent or the world, we will, of course, bring you it as it has a bit of a correlation to stuff that's going on in our country. The story we've got to you today is extremely sad. An 11-year-old girl was fatally stabbed by a man in broad daylight. Obviously, died at the scene. And we're starting to get some information now on who this suspect was that the police arrested. And again, it kind of bears resemblance to some of the stuff and the chaos that's going across the continent at this moment in time within Europe. A real problem that we have, these lone attacks. And I want to keep you up to date with it. So let's go through this. As always, guys, do get involved in the comment section below. And I'm going to take some reaction from this in the live chat. But let's go through the story as we know. So a man has been arrested after an 11-year-old girl was stabbed to death in a town in the Netherlands. Despite their best efforts, paramedics were unable to save the girl's life. Neighbours told Dutch media, The Telegraph, that the girl was celebrating her birthday the day before she died. The youngster had been targeted at random, according to Dutch media outlet AMP, citing an interview with the police source on local radio. Again, this lone attack, almost on a residential street, as you can see here. Again, apparently the girl wasn't from just outside this house. She was from the same neighborhood, though. And an individual just came up and attacked her, stabbed her to death, and, of course, did not make it. Now, the individual, of course, has been arrested, and I'm going to read a police statement from the Netherlands. They said that we're investigating reports the suspect had been acting in a confused manner in the week leading up to the attack. They did not speculate on the motivation. Initial reports had suggested that the suspect was Syrian, but Dutch police have confirmed in the latest update that he was of a Dutch-Moroccan nationality. A statement from Utrecht Regional Police said, in the immediate vicinity, the police arrested a 29-year-old suspect based on information from bystanders and others. Images from the scene and show forensic police officers retrieving a knife from the roof of a shed at the scene. So, again, there's some forensic images there. Floral tributes and cards and soft toys have been laid at the scene, which is in a small town in the Dutch province of Utrecht, about 28 miles south of Amsterdam. So absolutely horrific, this story, and kind of bear resemblance to some of the stuff that you are starting to see across the continent. Now, again, this person, the police were saying there was apparently a false narrative going around that he was a Syrian male. However, he is not necessarily from the Netherlands. Dutch Moroccan. Again, I don't know if that's protecting the identity, but certainly a Moroccan individual. And, of course, it's acting suspiciously a week before, but fatally stabbed and fatally, killed an 11-year-old girl in broad daylight in a residential area of a Dutch town. Absolutely disgusting and absolutely so scary as to what happens. And these incidents are just happening all too often across the continent. We've had our fair shares of incidents that are happening. Of course, what happened in Southport, but we're starting to see a lot across the continent, whether that be the Netherlands, Germany more recently as well. And now this is a huge problem. Now, we're not going to really understand the full scale of what has gone on. Well, we do. I mean, an 11-year-old girl has been killed. That is a horrible thing to happen. But who this individual was. What was the individual doing in the Netherlands? They're saying, obviously, Dutch-Moroccan. I don't know if they're just doing that to protect his identity at this moment in time, but of Moroccan descent, and an individual that has been suspicious, been reported by police 3 times in the lead up to this incident, or acting very suspiciously the week before, and just randomly stabbed an 11-year-old girl on a residential street. Absolutely disgusting, and a very, very, very scary indeed on what is happening in Europe, because that could be any residential street across the continent. That could be any residential street. I mean, look at the pictures of this. It looks like somewhere that you guys would probably live. Look, just a normal street here, and an individual cutting about with a knife and killing someone's daughter. Disgusting. Really, really horrific. So that's the latest update we have for you. Obviously, an individual has been arrested, and despite rumours going around saying that he was Syrian, they're stating that he's of Dutch Moroccan nationality. So take of that what you will, and I believe the suspect is 29 years old. But I'll keep following this story, and unfortunately, guys, an 11-year-old girl has been killed at the scene. So again, disgusting, absolutely disgusting, and it's just a rise. It always echoes back to that speech that the guy from the UAE said, I think the foreign minister in the UAE back in 2017, and you said that you're going to see a lot of these lone attack things come out in Europe. Now, just to clarify for the camera guys, Dutch police have not said that it's terror related. In fact, they've just said that they don't know what the motive is at this moment in time, but all they're saying is they believe it is just a lone random attack on a girl. So take of that what you will. I'm going to obviously go into the comment section, but of course I hate saying this word because it doesn't really do much. But again, unfortunately, I'm not responsible for making action within the Netherlands. But my thoughts and prayers are, of course, with the victim's family at this horrible, horrible time. But again, enough of thoughts and prayers. Action needs to be taken. And especially with what I'm reading there, that the Dutch police, seeing this guy acting suspiciously the week prior, and they've received phone calls about this individual, it's not good at all. It's not a good look at all. Let's go through the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. The Saxon says, it just doesn't bloody end, does it? Again, if it's not here, it's in Germany. If it's not in Germany, it's across the continent. Europe is in a really, really bad place at this moment in time. Really bad place. And whilst attacks happen, I mean, when it happens to a child, it just really, you do get numb to stabbing incidents in this country. You kind of see it, whilst it's very, very sad. But the fact an 11-year-old girl with a whole life ahead of her, just playing, I believe, out on a residential street somewhere that she should feel safe, just stabbed by an individual, killed there by some lunatic. So sad, so disgusting. We've got a super chat here from Nina. She donates £5. Thank you so much, Nina. She says, how many children have to die before our government do anything about it? Well, just to clarify, guys, this is not Britain. This was the Netherlands. I'm bringing you this story, of course, to just show the spotlight, the greater spotlight on what is happening in Europe at this moment in time. Because it's a residential street today in Europe, in the Netherlands, but so easily, as we've seen in the summer, it could be a residential street in the United Kingdom. So it's good to be keeping up to date with these disgusting attacks that you won't necessarily hear about in the UK media. So I just wanted to bring you this one because it's just highlighting the huge problem that we currently have as a continent as well. You know, it's not just a Britain thing, and what's our priority right now, of course, as British people is our own country. It's still good to see the ongoings and the damage that is being done within Europe as well as a whole, because Europe truly has fallen. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's go through some more comments, guys. Honestly, it makes me so angry when I hear and report stories of an 11-year-old girl, little girls, children, being horrifically stabbed and killed by a lunatic on a street at random. It really does break my heart. Genuinely, it's absolutely disgusting. Let's have a little look here again. So it's all BS. Says it starts with the European Union. It needs to dissolve. Yeah, well, I mean, you can say that. We're not a part of the European Union, and right now we're in absolute dire straits as well. You know, these things are happening on a regular, well, I suppose a regular basis, but we've seen what happened in the summer, but we're also just hearing about the sheer violence in the country anyway. Whilst it's not necessarily all the victims are children, but the violence that's just happening on the streets of the UK right now in general is very, very disturbing. And again, it's just, there's always reports and people just get numb to the fact that, of course, that it's that you just hear about a stabbing, but it's a problem within this country. Let's take some more comments, guys. But yeah, just to confirm, guys, there's people coming in, people asking, is it on BBC News and Sky News? This isn't in the United Kingdom. I've put in the title that it's in the Netherlands. So we're just discussing the story, of course, in the Netherlands. But nonetheless, I do want to bring a bit of a spotlight on what's happening across Europe as well. So just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Britain. This incident didn't happen in Britain. It happened in the Netherlands. So I'm just making sure that you're aware of that information. Sharon says, the Dutch opened their borders. The EU has a lot to answer for, and the people are paying with their lives. My prayers are with all of you. Yeah, I mean, the Netherlands is in a bad state as well. I mean, the whole of Europe, to be honest with you. I suppose the only countries that you could say is Poland. They've taken care of their borders. Switzerland, I don't know how they do it, but Switzerland is always in a great place in history all the time. There's never any wrong problems going on in that country, and there's probably some more sort of Eastern European countries that are doing it right. But I see Poland's approach and what they're doing, and I was fortunate enough to visit Krakow, and very, very safe country. Krakow's a very safe city, but overall I felt very, very safe within Poland. I thought it was a fantastic place. But guys, do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. Do you see this is going to continue to rise across the continent? And do you see familiar attacks like this happening with the United Kingdom in the current state of our country? As stated, let me know in the comments, guys. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.